Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the DJ Sessions presents the Virtual Sessions. I'm your host Darren, and right now I'm sitting in the virtual studios with the new backdrop. Yeah, because it's virtual, right? With the green screen and all that fun stuff. And coming in today, all the way from São Paulo, Brazil, we have Riko and Gugga today. How you guys doing today?
All right. Hello, everybody. Hey,
Switch it
Darren, thanks
around.
for having us. Yeah,
Riko and Gugga.
Nice
There
Riko
you
and
go.
Gugga.
Yep, exactly. Thank
Amazing.
you so much for being here today. I was looking online at some of your content, some of the stuff you've been releasing. Wow. I want to ask about it later, but I'm going to ask you, are you DJing in a bookstore? Like, what is
Yeah,
that?
in Argentina, yeah.
It's a real bookstore? Okay.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
called La Biblioteca.
Okay.
Yeah,
You guys
it-
pull
it's-
books off the shelves?
Yeah.
Yes. You have a lot of old books, and you have with like really old books with dust. It's a library, and it's called like La Biblioteca, which is the library. So it's a
Super cool,
it's
cool
amazing.
vibe, man. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Is that, yeah, it was, we'll talk about that in a little bit. I just saw that. I was like, are they DJing in the light? Because I once thought about throwing an event at our big public library here. They got this really awesome area that's kind of very funky and futuristic and looks like it belongs in a movie. And I want to throw a nightlife event in there. I mean, the books wouldn't be around, but it still looked really cool. And I was like, those guys already did it.
Well, they leave the books around, and like no one messes with the book. So it's amazing. It works.
That'd be. I want to visit that place. I'm gonna come down there. I'm gonna check that out.
You
But
must,
anyways,
you
we're not here to talk about what I want to do in the world. We're going to talk about what you two are up to and what you're doing in the world today. You know, let's start out. Our DJ session for our DJ sessions fans that don't know who you are, can you describe what your music is in 3 words, so people can get an idea of what to expect if they go to a Riko and Gugga show?
3 words.
In 3 words.
It's heavy.
Fun.
It has fun, and it has a 80s vibe to it.
80s vibe. Now, I grew up in the
80s
80s. I may look nice and hot and cool. I'm not using any filters when I do my interviews. I don't have hair and makeup. I don't even have any hair to do hair if I had hair.
Wow.
But,
I feel you, brother.
but no, I mean, when you say 80s vibe, what style are you going for with the 80s? Are you looking more towards like the synth of the sound, the synth sounds, or
Yeah, it's kind of the landscape of the track. The sounds we use, the tones of the drums, they are very. It reminds like Tears for Fears stuff, Duran Duran, and this kind of music. So
Funny.
we have this kind of sounds in our library, and we like this kind of sound because it's nostalgic, you know. So we try to use them in our tracks.
I was having brunch the other day with my friend, and we were at a restaurant. And funny, well, I just laughed when you said Duran Duran. Duran Duran actually came on, Wild Boys, and I was like, I started kind of dancing in the restaurant. People were probably looking around, like not dancing. I was in my chair, but kind of like moving around. That's a great song. I was telling her, who she was born in like 1992. I'm like, yeah, this is a very awesome music video for its time. It was very, very big, huge production on the video. But yeah, I definitely love that 80s pop sound. It's like disco music, 70s disco music, and 80s pop are like, I tell anyone that gets to know me, if I'm angry, just put some of that in and I'll be like, and I'll have to smile and dance, you know?
Yeah.
I'll be like, you just like reset me, you know, because it's going to put me in a good mood.
Yeah,
Awesome.
even disco. You said about disco music. We have like a next release, upcoming release, that we try to blend like the old disco vibe. we for more like modern dance floor vibe. You know what I mean? And so it not only disco, but the 80s, sometimes the 90s as well. And that's it. It's the retro modern stuff. That's what we do.
Yeah, nice. Now, and you just had a track come out recently called Motherlovers.
Yeah.
Now, in no relation to the video made with Justin Timberlake and Andy Sandberg, I think, Motherlovers. But tell us all about Motherlovers and that track. And what's the meaning behind Motherlovers? Because I know there's a secret way you had to change some things up there for it.
Yeah. We changed the name because the lyrics is Mother F. The guy says Mother F, and we were afraid about censorship and explicit content on Spotify and things like that, and we put Motherlovers too.
Yeah,
Best freely.
yeah, we wouldn't want like the little E in front of our track name, like in the streaming platform. So that's just it. But we try. We kind of like found that vocal like mother that word, and we brought that like into our vibe in this indie dance with some kind of tech house as well. We blended it all together, and we are super happy because it's today we woke up, it's like number 30 on Beatport in indie dance.
Nice.
And, like,
Yeah,
after days. So it's amazing.
So,
And
it's working. It's working on the dance floor.
thanks to Eze, the X Audio from Bulgaria. It's an amazing label from Pavel Petrov that invited us, and we feel at home with them. Thank you so much.
Nice. Will you two be going to ADE this year by any chance?
Not this year, but next year maybe.
Maybe,
We are planning. We not only Eddie, but we are planning an Euro tour. So
In
let's
Europe.
get it. Yeah.
When is that?
Well, European summer.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a tour.
2026, yeah.
You're planning a European tour.
Yeah.
I thought
For
Euro.
next
I'm
year.
sorry. I thought with all the festivals and everything that happens, I thought Euro Tour was a festival. And
No.
toured around.
No, sorry, it's my accent. I'm so sorry.
We're planning
It's we love accents on the show. I wish I spoke more languages. One of the things that we do here is our website is translator. Everything's being transcribed, and you'll be able to translate this into over 100 different languages. And we're adding subtitles to our shows, and eventually we'll be adding AI voiceovers. So when somebody wants to watch the show, even though it's in English, they can click it. It'll be all subtitled over, voiceovered in English or in
That's cool.
different languages. Yeah, I got to wait for the cost to come down on that, but it's a project we're undertaking. We're super excited for it. But again, enough about us. We're here to talk
no
about
worries.
you two. And you have some other tracks that have topped on Beatport. You've had some pretty good success there, right?
Yeah, in different styles actually. We got two times top 1 on progressive house. We were like top 5 in melodic techno, 1 time or 2 times. And in indie dance, we've already got a top position with a track called Algorithms.
Nice.
And that's good for us because it's like free publicity, right? People get to know us easily. And
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, and for us, it's like a motivation because it represents the quality of our work. So it's good, man. It feels good.
After doing this show for a number of years and being in top positions on multiple sites, I definitely understand and know that motivational feeling that one gets when you're up there. I mean, it's nothing. Yeah, we're all supposed to get along. We're all supposed to help out the next homie and support the artist in the industry. But I think it was a. I don't know if it was a Nike commercial. I don't think it was a Nike commercial. I remember there was this commercial and there was a bunch of sports athletes playing. And what happened is, yes, we're all teammates on the field. We're all, we're all friends. We're all trying to support each other. But at the end of the day, and then the person doing the monologue says, "But I'm number 1." And it's like, yeah, I'm ranked the top, So, growing up in a family that my dad was a professional athlete, and ranked internationally, nationally, internationally. I kind of get that pushing to the top or being at the top and like holding that title. And you got to worry about being dethroned and something's going to come along and knock you down. What do you do to pick yourself back up? So, when doing these productions, sounds like you're frequently releasing stuff. How long does it take you to finish a track on average?
Depends on our inspiration, I guess. Usually 2-3 days to finish a track, like composing, producing, mixing and mastering. But sometimes we got stuck as as everybody else, you know.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Technical glitches. They're fun. They happen from time to time.
with me or Rico?
No, Rico.
Rico, yeah, okay.
He's frozen. We can all pose and freeze too.
Yeah.
We just all pretend. No, we'll let it. It'll probably glitch. It'll happen. It happens.
Yeah.
But 2 to 3 days, that's pretty darn quick for most songs. And you do all your in-house mastering yourself?
Yeah, we do all the mixing stuff and mastering stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if you could take a look at your...
sometimes when you sign with a label, the label asks for the pre-master file to master it again, because some labels have a standard of mastering. But everything we do everything in house.
That would make sense. We toyed with the idea of opening up doing a label over here, as I was talking about some of the stuff we do pre-show, and there he is.
I'm so sorry, guys.
No, it's all good. Don't even worry about it.
Here. I was talking, and no one could listen to me.
It was glitching.
Technology's funny and it's fickle, and it happens like that sometimes. And that's the one thing I love about doing a live show is anything can happen. Yeah, I got to be prepared to pick up.
Just want to talk about like the Beatport top ones, like regarding that.
Yeah,
we make music and it's art, right? We do like as we enjoy, and we just put it on the market, and we don't know what's gonna happen, right? Sometimes people will love it, sometimes people will hate it, and then it goes like top one. Oh my god, like our work that maybe like we made like here or at Gugga's place, and now it's everybody's around the world is buying the track. You know, it's so crazy. But it's like he said, it's very motivating for us, and we love that.
I definitely have heard the term. It's like having a child and then put the child out in the world and seeing what happens with it. And you love every production, everything you put out there. Your heart and soul goes into it. And you're right. Sometimes it might be something that the kids don't want to play with in the sandbox, and sometimes it's like everybody wants it, and it's the new hottest candy on the market, you know, or like that. Exactly. So definitely, Gugga and I were talking about how long it takes you to produce tracks. You know, he said 2 to 3 days mastering and everything, you know, and sending it off. That's a phenomenal turnaround time. I mean, geez. Now, do you have a set schedule of track production? Like, okay, we're going to make 4 tracks a month. We're going to make 10 tracks a month. How many tracks do you end up making per month, and how many get released on average?
We don't have like a exact number by month of projections, because Rico has a job besides Riko and Gugga, and I work with mix and master and post-production and co-production with another artist. So when our demands are lower in the month, we can produce more for Riko and Gugga. So, but we have like at least 2 tracks per month.
Okay, that's not bad.
In a good month, maybe more. So I don't know. We are in October. I think we must have finished like, I don't know, almost 30 tracks this year.
Yeah.
30 tracks this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
The beginning of the year was crazy. We produced a lot. So it was a good window to produce.
Yeah. Now, out of that, if you had to pick, and this is always a difficult question for people to answer, because I get the same question if I had to pick one of my own favorite episodes. I'm like, every single 2,700 of them, every single one. You know, if you had to pick a list of one of your productions that really stands out to you, though, that you're like, yeah, that one was so monumental. It went out. It got the accolades. Is there one that really stands out to the both of you that is like, that one really broke us through, or, you know, anything that comes to mind?
I think it depends on on your vibe. Now, my favorite one is Motherlovers, but my way of thinking as a producer is my best track is always the next track. You know, I'm not. I'm not satisfied with my current result. I'm always looking forward, you know. So the next track is always the best one. But for now, I like Motherlovers. It's my favorite
Well,
for now.
for me, it's our remix of Voyage Voyage, the very classic of the 80s. Voyage Voyage, the French song by Desireless. So for me, it's that one. I love that song. I love that track. It's a milestone for us. A lot of things changed in our career after that track. It was our first top one on Beatport, so it has like a very very special meaning for me. I think for both of us actually.
Yeah, yeah. It was a milestone. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Do you now? I notice you're both in headsets, but do your neighbors ever complain about your music? Like you're playing it too loud, or like turn it down?
No. Actually, we don't
Or they're like
produce
turn
like
it
that.
up.
No, we don't produce like that loud. So we are very like chilled guys. So
Yeah, I'm always with my headphone. I have monitors, but I don't have like acoustical treatment, so I can use my monitors only to make videos, you know. But I'm
yeah,
95%
I
of the
do have
time
like
I
some
use
treatment.
headsets.
I do have some treatment now because I've just finished recently my home studio, but I'm used to like producing in a quiet range. You know what I mean? So I'm not a loud guy like doo, 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 and the people in the building like, oh my god, this dude is crazy. No,
So
we're not that kind of guys.
someone just got home on Gugga's in. Hi.
Yeah,
Your friend.
real life, guys. This is real
Yeah.
life.
I thought you guys
This is
are
my
using
studio,
green
guys.
screen
This-
backgrounds too.
Yeah, my studio is in my living room, in my kitchen, right? This is
Nice.
real life.
You know, where's the weirdest moment the both of you, and you didn't have to be together, but where's the weirdest moment either of you have ever heard one of your own tracks play, or you were amazed like that's us, you know?
No, a weird one. I was actually there's a festival called The Town here in São Paulo. It's like pop and rock festival, and I was walking, and there was a place like selling coffee, but there was like a DJ playing, and I was well wait, I know that song, and it was like our remix that we made like 4 years ago. And oh my god! Then I made a video for him. Like they're playing our remix. This is so old. This is crazy. Like in the festival here, what's going on? So
What about you, Guga? Where's the weirdest place you've ever heard one of your own tracks?
The weirdest place. I. It's not weird. It was like pretty emotional for me actually.
Yeah.
There was a Afterlife festival here in Brazil. I think was last year, and they played the DJs on the festival. They played three of our tracks in Woman. It was amazing. Me and Riko,
we were like hugging each other, almost crying. Oh my god, they're playing our tracks.
That's it. We are in the right place. Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like I don't know, 30,000 people like dancing. A lot of like big names in the scene, you know, and they were playing our tracks. And I remember like we were together, and I told like a girl like beside me, like, oh, this is our track, and the girl she said like, oh, are you crazy, dude? And I was like, she couldn't believe it. You're like,
are you drunk?
This
Yeah,
guy
you
is
gotta
drunk.
Shazam it right in front of her and be like, look, listen,
Yeah.
here you go.
Oh,
That's us.
do you want me to open the Ableton project here to prove it?
You know, do you both remember the first album or track you ever purchased to start your DJing career? Do you remember what your first one was?
Whoa.
For me, in 2020, when I entered in the electronic dance music market, I was into more Anjuna deep things, you know. So I think the first thing that I heard was Yoto stuff. I love Yoto, but I don't know the track that marketed me. But I think he was like the first artist that got my attention. Yeah.
Now,
Do you know Yoto from Finland?
It's very. I'm familiar. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for
It's
me
very
it
good, man.
was
Very
way
good
way
producer.
way before. Like I started like not DJing but enjoying like electronic music in 2004 and 5. And I remember like the first track that really got me was like an Armin van Buuren track called Shivers,
Hmm.
which is a very classic track of him. And I remember like, oh, this is crazy. And after that, he put me like in the psytrance scene, and I spent like a lot of years just going to psytrance festivals. And I think in 2008 or so, I wanted to start DJing. So it was great. Yeah, for me, I could say like Armin van Buuren Shivers. It's in a very old classic European trance. I think you guys should like listen to it. It's a
Hmm.
very like masterclass for the new DJs around.
One of the cool things is you go back in the history of electronic music, and very rarely do you come across something that maybe, let's say, even 20 years, 25 years old. You could play it today, and it sounded like it came out today.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
a lot
that's
of
the
I'm
classicness.
back.
You're back.
Yeah.
And that's the classic. That's the awesome thing. We were talking a little bit about, how Rico, started getting into electronic music, 2004, his career in getting into psytrance and stuff, and talking about, looking at music from so long ago, say 25 years ago, and how you could play it today. And so you're like, oh, is that new? And you're like, no, that's 25
yeah,
years old.
yeah. Actually, actually
And
we
that
do
people
we
wouldn't
do
even
that a
know.
lot. We do that a lot, like in our
In our
sets.
sets, yeah.
Like, yeah, we sometimes we play like a track from 2007, 6, 8, like in old electro house, and people, oh my god, what's that? It's
Yeah.
crazy. It still
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. I
I,
was
I,
talking. Oh, go ahead.
I think
Gugga.
I think it's important to say I'm not from like my childhood, and when I was younger, I was not on the electronic scene. I was into heavy metal stuff. So I was a drummer in on a heavy metal band. So the tracks that built my character when I was younger was like 80s pop and heavy metal, like Iron Maiden, Halloween, this kind of stuff. I I I entered this market like uh, a little earlier from the pandemic.
Uh-huh.
I think it was the end of 2019 or 2020. I was not from this market.
And that's another thing is
So
people can jump into this and start moving forward
yeah,
pretty quickly if you have a musical background. Jump in if you understand how to use the DAWs and put and compose and put things together. I think that's not too big of a transition to make nowadays. Whereas if you went back and you're strictly analog, and then you had to go learn all about computers and you weren't computer savvy, it's like, but if you were also hardware producing, I mean, I even had some rolling gear that I grew up in the musical household. My brothers were musicians, and so I grew up kind of playing with keyboards and rack mounts and 4 tracks
yeah,
and 8 tracks and doing stupid stuff. I didn't know what I was doing. I was making music, but I was having fun.
yeah,
um, making sounds, but always had a technical background, like in my nature to like when my dad would say, set up the VCR or set up the home stereo or program the phone or do all this technical gears.
Yeah,
Go get Darren in the room. So I'd get in the room and I'd figure out how to plug it in. Just had a knack for doing that. Which paid off eventually because now I'm producing shows.
great.
Yeah, that's awesome. You made that transition over. If you two could think of one essential track that you're playing right now when you go out, other than your own, of course,
mhm.
what's an essential track that's out right now that you think nobody should miss out on? It's like, this is hot. We see the crowd go crazy with this.
Mm, for me, there's no specific track from these artists, but I don't know if you know Don't Blink, the duo.
Yeah.
Their songs works a lot on the
Yeah.
dance floor.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I think I can say that I think I'm in love with these guys. Yeah, like
It's too good, man.
like their songs are amazing. They're not like tech house, but they're not indie dance. It's it's barely you can like fit in
They're
only
in
one
between, you
genre.
know, styles.
You know,
It's too good, man.
it's a two guy. One is from Germany, and another one's from I think it's Lithuania or something. I don't remember now. But these guys are so talented, amazing, amazing. I think everyone should check out them. Really, really. Don't blink.
Don't blink.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good name. I like that name. And in addition to, you mentioned your label that you release on, but are there what would be, you know, the top 5 labels that you're going to right now that you're seeing are just really pushing out solid productions over and over again, that you maybe go, I can't wait till they release something new on this label, I can't wait till something new comes out? Top 5 that maybe you could think that you'd suggest people to check out and go to.
Well, I think we both agree. Exe Audio.
From Pavel Petrov, yeah, we loved it.
Yeah.
We love the stuff from the label, man. They are two talented artists, so it's very cool. Check them. It's very cool. Dynamic from Solomon. I've been listening to Dynamic a lot. Running Clouds. It's a label that they have like melodic techno stuff and indie dance now. They have a very good selection.
I think Low Ceiling from Don't Blink.
Don't Blink,
well.
yeah.
It's really nice label. Trace Amounts from West End. It's another great label that's been working some really good tracks that every single release. But we can think like other labels as well, such as Slow Cycle from Argentina. Holy Stone that's from our friend Vocabulary from Thailand, the Sapient Robots from Brazil. Man, so many great labels that it wouldn't be fair just to name only 5, you know?
Yeah.
No, I know. I like putting people on the spot sometimes, see what they come up with, see what they say. You know, it's always good to hear other things because, you know, with the barrier to entry to DJing, the barrier to entry to access of music, you know, there's so much popping up every single day. I can't remember what the last count was of how many songs get uploaded to like Beatport every day. I know it's somewhere in 10,000 a minute or 100,000 or 75,000 a day or some crazy number. Don't consider me a verifiable source on that, but I know it's quite huge. I mean, that's 70, even if it was 50,000 a day, you know, times that by 30 days, you know, geez.
Yeah.
Okay. That's 1.5 million a month. Okay, I can do math pretty quickly here. 12, that's another 60. So
it's hard to stand
18 million songs a year. I think it's probably more than that. You know, that's just a lot of tracks. And some of it's great, some of it's not so great. But, you know, everyone's trying to do their best. Totally get that. You know, as far as labels go, though, and I can tell you have a very great appreciation for the ones you work with. What are the most important things you think that record labels should be doing for their artists as a whole? And are they doing a good job with that? As a whole, like more labels should be doing this, or our label does this and we don't see others maybe doing much of that, or they fall short on that.
I think when the label has a good promo list, you know, to send promos to big names, it's very good, man. Because when these DJs receive our music and play it, well, it's publicity, right? And they are spreading the word. So this is a good thing, a good promo list. And when the label has a big name behind it, and this big name plays your song, it's a good thing too, because people get to know you and follows you on the Instagram and social media and stuff. And starting from that, the guys that don't know you yet and see this story or Instagram thing, they can go to your discography and discover other tracks, you know. So when the big name of the label plays your song, is very good, and if the label has a good promo list, I think this.
On the other hand, I feel like the labels should like starting working more with the artists, you know, in terms of creating like some content together. Well, let's create a video together. Let's create some idea
you.
together, and let's collaborate on a post, talking about a song. And I don't know, I think sometimes I feel some labels, they just like, oh, here's your artwork, and okay, just post it on your socials, and okay, and pray to God that's gonna be good. So sometimes I feel that like a closer relationship between the label and the artist. That's another thing.
You know, I've seen the pie chart. I bring this up time and time again in shows. That back in the day, the pie chart used to be 20% PR for DJ artists and 80% music creation of like a time you have in a day or time that you use do producing. Now it's 80% social media and 20% music creation. But is that because music do you think that's because music can be created, I wouldn't say so easily now, but the barrier to entry of, you still might buy a big computer, but back in the day, 20 years ago, you were looking at $3,000 to $5,000 for a computer. Put that in today's terms, how much would that be to get the equivalent of that? You don't need that much anymore. You can do it from a $1,200, $1,500 laptop.
Yeah.
And get a MacBook Pro, and go for it. A $2,000 MacBook Pro if you wanted one, and make a go at it. So, the barrier to entry isn't there. So maybe there is more time available to be spending on PR. It depends on how often you're producing, though, or if you have another day job. So, how do you two have a PR person, or do you have somebody that manages your social media? You do everything in house.
No.
Actually, we suck in social media. That's one of our weak spots.
Yeah.
we are from the late 80s, right? I'm from 89. Riko is from 87, right? 87. It's not natural to us to
post
to
everything on social.
Post our life on the social media. But the social media is the big billboard of everybody today, right? And in the social media, in my opinion, we are competing time of that people spend on the screen, So if we need to develop urgently in our career right now, is to be more present on the social media, But for now, we
yeah, this is our struggle. Yeah. We are being honest here. That
it's not natural. Yeah, it's not natural to us.
Yeah, we are being honest.
Like
here. It's our struggle. Definitely, I think I don't know, not all, but I think a lot of like DJs with almost 40 years old, such as ourselves. I think it's kind of hard, Like we are used to like just to enjoying the moment. We don't. Like
glitching again.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Technical issues, guys.
So we all just play along and just bring the whole thing's glitching.
Yeah. Rico,
all good.
You're glitching, man.
He comes. He's like, I think the hands up means, what's going on? I'm glitching. It's all good.
Yeah, man.
No worries. Don't even worry about it. I think you totally got it, though. I think your point, you're trying to make there is that definitely social media takes up time.
We need to adapt.
And
we need to adapt to this new reality, right? Because we are these guys that you said. For us, it's 80% production music and 20%.
No, I have to use tools.
Social media, but
I use tools all the time to disseminate information. I mean, I have 700 news stories. I have, we're gearing up to do 60 hours of content plus a month, and by middle of Q1 next year, be it hopefully 100 hours of content is our goal. And that's just a lot of sharing, a lot of information, a lot of getting it out there. And there you go. It's all good now.
Yeah.
Well, it was for a second. It's all good. It's all good. I love it. Don't worry about it. Riko, don't worry about it, man. You got to disconnect, come back in. Go ahead. Don't worry.
Man. But I got. I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
He sounded like like a high pitched Darth Vader, right?
Yeah, you got a what's it called?
Yeah.
What's it called? The voice. Oh, dang, what's that called? Auto tune. Yeah, it sounds like
Auto-tune, yeah.
auto-tune a little bit. That's awesome. You know, Gugga, in your opinion, is there something really messed up in the electronic music scene that you can see that's been kind of an ongoing thing, or that needs changing? Anything that you'd want to like call to action and say, you know, wish this could change. And when I say in the electronic music scene, it necessarily doesn't mean it could be anything. It could be anything, actually. You know, hey, Riko, you're there. You're back. Awesome. Don't worry about it. I was just asking Gugga.
I don't
you
know.
if there's something really that's really messed up in the electronic music scene that you would want to see maybe changed or fixed or a different direction going in. What would that be? I'll go with Gugga.
My concern right now is about. I'm speaking about the Brazilian scene. Okay, I don't know what's happening on the US or Europe right now, but here in Brazil, many clubs are closing. So this is a concern because we need places to play, right? To present ourselves. And I don't know what's going on with our country right now. I think I don't know the behavior of people about going to nightclubs, you know, to spend time in the late hours of the day. I don't know if it's a change of behavior, you know, right now. How is in the US right now? The clubs are closing.
Yeah,
too,
yeah. No, there's some notable clubs that are going out of business, or you know, there's a definite dynamic a shift that's happening. I mean, 25 years ago, we probably had. Well, at that time in Seattle, we were just coming out of the grunge band era phase. Electronic music was still kind of it was getting popular. We had top 40, you know, clubs like hip hop, rap, top 40 clubs, but electronic music wasn't there. But there were a lot more nightclubs and venues that have shut down. We've seen over the years, obviously.
Yeah, here in Brazil, we have more people are going to like big festivals right now, you know. So small clubs are closing, and in my opinion, the underground scene is based on small clubs, right? So this is a concern, man. For me, this is my major concern right now.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is you're right, and well, you got these big festivals that are charging a ton of money to get in, and people are like, I want to save up for that, and then how does that impact the local economy, or you know, as a whole? If it's $500 to go for $500 for a day for 2 days to go to a festival, or $250, that's $500, and now you got the club. Well, it may not even be. Here's one thing that we see too is that it may not be just going out to the club. It's that people in the States, you know, there's been some studies out there that people are drinking less. You know, so if you go to a club, the club can be packed. People aren't drinking like they used to, and so you know that could be an effect. I mean, I used to go to a club. I was going to a club here in Seattle, and I didn't realize it, but I'd ordered a double Jameson, and it was $28. Mm-hmm. Well, a fifth of Jameson in the store is $32. And this isn't Vegas, and this isn't New York, you know? Yeah. So I'm sitting there going, wait a second, for me to have 2 drinks in a club is $56. And I'm like, well, that just doesn't sound right, you know? So are people just not spending as much in the clubs? The clubs aren't making as much money anymore, and then they do shut down, you know? One of the biggest things that I think that I see a lot of promoters going out of business on over the years is the extended guest list, you know, where they're giving, you know, let's say the club holds 300 people and they have a 200 person guest list.
Yeah. Same here.
It's like, why are you doing that to yourselves? That's not really a great business model, you know, especially on a $10 or $15 cover charge. I get it. They want to pack the club. They want to make it look good. But in business practice, I think that's a terrible idea to do. You know, if people want a discounted guest list, I mean, VIP to me stands for very important person. And granted, every audience member, every fan is important. But me growing up in the 80s or pre-days, you know, VIP meant this person's an influencer that's really going to bring something to the club. And I don't mean the modern day influencer that says, I'm an influencer, I should get in everywhere for free because I got 50,000 fans. Okay, great. That's great you're coming. That's great you're going to be at our show. That's great you're going to post about our show. But that doesn't translate into ticket sales for me by giving you and your entourage, 23 passes to my show. So you can blog about it. If you want to talk about a commercial deal, okay, maybe I should be paying you to blog about my show. But then you can take that money and pay to come to my show. Or I've even discussed the idea that people over the years, they don't do anything electronically, so they could be capturing people's emails and retargeting them and saying sign up for a membership program, like my own newsletter. I have a membership program on our site, $50 a year. That's $4 a month. You're helping contribute to the production of the show, but you're going to get first go round on tickets. You're going to get first, you're going to be entered into contests for giveaways. There's meet and greets we'll have, all that fun stuff, but only our members will get access to that. Or even access to the first tier ticket price. If your name's on that email list, you get sent an email and you're going to get a discounted ticket. But come on, people. And I see a lot. That's where I see promoters going out, or even clubs, giving away. So they're planning to make it at the bar, and they're not making it at the bar anymore. These are notable. I mean, we're talking our big cities too. New York, clubs shut down.
Same here.
Major clubs shut down recently.
It's the same scenario here.
I don't know if you guys talked about that, but can you guys hear me properly?
Oh yeah, you're good. Loud and clear. You look good.
You're not glitching anymore.
So, something very odd about the Brazilian scene, which is really bad. People, they don't buy tickets because they already expect that the parties and the festival, they won't go sold out, and they will give free tickets for a lot of people. So people think I won't buy it. Eventually they're gonna give free tickets
and guest lists and stuff.
So it's like a vicious cycle, so horrible that just rotten all the whole scene.
I recently had somebody I was talking to about, because I'm looking at a new ticketing platform here, which is actually an incentive-based ticketing platform. It's actually really, really cool. When somebody buys a ticket, it incentivizes them to go out and share the link, and if people buy through their link, they can end up getting a free ticket, or even a discounted ticket. Or I can set it up that if they share it and enough people do it, they don't necessarily get a free ticket. They can get a T-shirt or access to some other prizes. It's actually a really, really cool system. I love it. Somebody told me once, don't make contests to give away free tickets, or don't let people know you have free tickets for your shows, because then what they'll do is instead of buying a ticket, they'll enter the contest hoping to win one. And then if they don't win, then they'll go do something else that evening. They'll go, oh, I didn't win, I'll buy one. So give away something else other than a free ticket to your show. Anything else. Meet and greet, autograph CD, I don't know, whatever it is. Merchandise. That's where merchandise can really come in and help your fan base. Give them a T-shirt or give them a signed autograph, or I could give them a opportunity to do a guest appearance on a show and bring them in and say, here's a guest show, or here's a guest appearance, or guest question. During the show. That can be a value add. And then they're going to be burnt into that show forever, and they're going to share that show, and say, I was in the show, I got to ask Riko and Gugga, I got to ask them some questions, kind of stuff. Speaking of shows, though, do you listen to podcasts or live streams? Both of you listen to podcasts or live streams or other shows?
What kind of?
I'm sorry, other electronic music shows. Listening. Do you follow any other artists and listen to any top shows out there? I always know when I go to blankety blank blank, they're gonna have the hottest tracks or the hottest news, or you're gonna be following the DJ sessions. I know that, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
Majorly, I from the electronic scene, I follow DJs and I watch majorly videos of production stuff, mixing and mastering stuff. I'm a nerd, man. Sorry, I'm a geek. It's what this is my this is the number one thing that I do besides producing. I watch videos to learn new stuff, and
I feel like
I think I'm a little obsessive about it.
there are like only a few like podcasts such as like yours in Brazil, but I think that I miss that, because we only see like DJs playing, we hear we listen to their music, but we don't know anything about their lives, like their opinion. We don't see like them laughing and just like talking about random shit like here. So I don't know. I think we could like make more like these here in Brazil.
I'm glad you brought that topic up, because that's something that, in the day and age of some press media outlets, I don't do that here, but they'll just send out a list of 10 questions, have you fill them out and send them back in. And to me, I'm not knocking anyone out there, but to me, that's not an interview. To me, that's not reporting. To me, that's not even on the ground. Or there's been some companies that have been kind of skirting by, and they'll get a press release and run it through AI and make an article out of it and say, here's the coverage we did of this event. It's like, wait a second, wait, you just took information from a press release, turned it into an article and put it on your website. Not organic, not really reported. There has to be some journalistic integrity. And not too long ago, I posted an article about how press in the electronic music world is kind of dying out because of the quick bite articles. They want them to be 1 minute, 2 minute reads. Here you go, here you get disposable. Nobody's writing long form articles anymore, reporting, because people just aren't reading the whole thing all the way through. I believe podcasting, live streaming, just like this. Thank you for saying, our kind of format is doing what needs to be done. That's something I also saw big in during Pandy, in 2020, that all the DJs in the world, we were a DJ show. It would be an interview for 5 minutes. Yeah. DJ would play an exit interview. When I started watching all the shows and everyone popping online, nobody was talking to the camera. Nobody was getting in there. I mean, they might do something over in the chat room over there now, but a lot of those beginning shows, I was just watching what I'd call mistakes happening from day one, going, well, what's different from your show playing music to this show playing music? Are they turning it in because they're a fan? Or are they turning it in because it's on? But the truth is, you could only watch one show at any given time. Yeah. And people weren't recording their shows because they get flagged and copywritten and, takedowns all over the place. So, everyone, I called 2020 the look at me year, especially in the electronic music industry, in music industry alone, but even people jumping on going, I want to do a podcast now. I'm at home. I'm sitting in front of my computer. Why don't I talk to the screen, and do something? So we definitely saw that growth come up. But what people didn't account for is everyone else doing it.
Yeah.
And then how do you cut through? Oh, it's easy. I can just turn on a camera and go. And I'm like, it's not that easy, and then you're choosing to go live as a DJ. I'm going to go live at Friday night at midnight, because that's when everyone's going to be in the club, and everyone in my hometown, they're going to be at home watching too. Yeah, but you're going up against insomniac artists. You're going up against world name artists at the same time, and you can only watch one show at one time.
Yeah, you're competing time, right?
Whereas if I told people back in the day, I say, hey, if you're in Pacific time in the United States, do your show live if you can, do your show live at 10 o'clock in the morning. Do your show live, and where it's going to be 7 o'clock in Europe, 8 o'clock in Europe, and you might branch out that way and go on in a different night. My interview times are now 10 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. I'm not trying to compete with people being at home eating dinner in the United States. I'm going to be during the day. And if you want to subscribe to our podcast, you're going to have it downloaded later. But I pay for all my licensing rights and all my music rights and all that stuff too, so we don't get taken down. But yeah, I mean, that was a difficult barrier for people to go through. So, finding shows, interview shows, I think definitely keeping that organic feel, especially with AI coming into. I love AI. I believe it as a tool is awesome. It helps me with my shows. I mean, our shows are transcribed by AI. I wouldn't sit there and pay somebody now to type it all out like I had to do back in the old broadcast days. But even my show notes, I go in and say, create a summary. I mean, this is an hour-long episode. If I would have go in from my memory and create a summary, but I can go, no, and it's not copywriting. It's not taken away from anyone else. It's using the actual footage that has been created between us three here. So I don't have an ethical dilemma using that to do something like that.
Yeah.
But I think it's really awesome that using AI to generate to make a show better is awesome.
Of course.
No,
Yeah,
it's a tool,
right?
But enough about that. I know we're getting close to the end of the show here. I wanted to talk about your shows and your festivals that you're playing, because I did mention that earlier up in the top of the interview about that bookstore that you played in. We talked about that. That looked phenomenal. I want to go there. But you played a lot of different festivals. Do you have one that you look forward to playing all the time, or looking forward to playing that's upcoming here in the near future?
Do you want to answer
Well,
that, Riko?
actually, I'm more like excited and think about our own party. We have our own party this month in October, which is called Riot, and we are super excited because we make like we with our own taste. We want to feel at home, and we want to people feel at home as well. So all I'm thinking right now, it's our party called Riot, which is, guys, Riot 24th October. We wait for you there. Let's party.
Here in São Paulo. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
But
I just wanna say something. You said about the library. We played this year 3 parties, 3 dates in Argentina, in Buenos Aires. It's like amazing. Like we were like speechless. The people,
yeah, people don't stop dancing, man. It's amazing, man. It's amazing crowd there.
it's unbelievable.
It's like it feels like that electronic music. It's part of their culture, the like the popular music of them. So they go out to dance. That's beautiful, man. It's different from the crowd from Brazil. In Brazil, the crowd is very energetic, but there are a lot of people filming and talking in the middle of the sets. But in Argentina, it's different, man. They can't stop dancing.
Yeah, they live the moment. They live the
amazing.
moment. They are not there like just to chat or to film. Man, they are just like dancing, looking at each other. They have like a special Argentinian dance. Like, oh, it's amazing, man. We everyone should go to Argentina, really.
I definitely want to make it down to South America and stop in Brazil and São Paulo if I can make it down there. One of the things that I do bring up from time to time as well on the show is talking about the use of cell phones in nightclubs, on the dance floor, and how now it's becoming kind of big news. I've seen a number of stories come out. These newer clubs opening up saying no cell phones on the dance floor.
Yeah,
no
phones allowed.
Lane 8 requires that on their rider, people will put a sticker on their phones. I guess it's part of their overall theme that they do with their shows. I forget what the name of the theme is off the top of my head. I just talked about this last week with Thomas Turner from Relentless Beats, and I wonder if more DJs, performers, will start to initiate that policy in their rider, saying, "Hey, I want the dance floor back. I want somebody in front of me, like this." And then I'm standing behind somebody who's like this, and they're standing on the dance floor. I talked about this just in the last few weeks. I saw a video, and this girl was up at the front of the DJ booth, and she's literally standing like this on her phone. She's texting. You can see somebody filming from over her shoulder, and the DJ just goes. It goes right back to Fister set, and she turns to the camera behind her and goes. I'm like, come on, you're up at the front of the DJ booth and you're texting. They want to take a picture, but the one thing that Apple just released with the new iPhone 17 is a 16. I don't work for them, by the way, but I used to. But now when you do your phone and you're filming a show, it has both cameras, so you can get the reaction shot now of you filming and then film the show. So you can be like, yeah, look at this party at the show, That's just encouraging that to be done more,
Yeah.
I remember back in the day when I was working with Apple, they had patented or put in a patent for infrared technology. So your phone would sense, they could put a sensor and point out infrared, and it would say not able to record.
Wow.
And you could trigger and tell it not to let the video function. It's something they patented, but they never released. But they got 1 million patents a year well, okay, I exaggerated. Maybe half a
Well,
million.
I think like recording a memory, it's really nice. Like
Yeah,
if you go to a party or something, but I think we kind of lost the raving and the clubbing culture.
yeah,
You know, like for DJ,
Yeah.
sometimes you are playing and people are like are talking, and guys, come on, let's just dance. There's a famous meme video from Solomon that the guy is filming him, and Solomon like, he does like, come on, like
Put that thing
stop
down.
filming and let's dance. You know,
Dance.
like, and that's it. I think we should like we should I don't know, get back to that time. Like we could like enjoy more and not only filming and recording the party. I don't know. I think it's gonna be
Be
yeah, be
present,
present.
right?
It's gonna be healthier for the whole scene.
and that's why I was talking to you before the show. One of the things we're looking to do in here is looking to start doing pay-per-view events. You know, and or maybe I was talking about that with somebody else today. I was talking about it with somebody else today. But now, oh, there's the announcement. Yeah, we're looking to do pay-per-view events, and yeah, at our events, I mean, do we want the cell phones in? I mean, if it's my event and I'm in control of it, I'll be like, nope, we're going to put stickers on your phone, and it's going to be very well announced that if you are caught recording, we'll politely ask you to put a sticker on your phone, and if we have to find you again, we're going to have you leave the club. Go ahead and talk shit about us. We don't care. You know, we want people on the dance floor dancing. And if you want to watch our show, you can go back and buy the pay-per-view later on. And I guarantee you, the audio is going to be better. We'll have the crowd shots.
Yeah.
The video lighting is going to be better,
Yeah.
you know, and it's going to be something you may not be able to share. You can share a link with somebody else and they can buy and watch the pay-per-view. And maybe 30 days later after the show, we'll make it for free. But for 30-day window, you know, people want to watch that, then they're going to, you know, pay. Because they're paying for the production of the show, you know, they're helping cover those costs, and it's not. People think it's inexpensive, but it costs money to hire a good team to pull it off correctly.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
But we come back for that discussion. Like if you don't post it, if you don't post that moment, are you not living that moment? You know, like when people are eating, like they say phone eats first. You know, like that's it. So the phone eats first.
I that is one of my guilty pleasures. My friend and I cannot. I'm a big foodie. I'm known for doing a lot of food. It's like if it's not me talking about the DJ sessions, it's probably food pics.
Yeah,
you know, and I cook too, so I like to take pictures of what I make.
Yeah, no, I totally get you, but
Fine.
it's that. It's just like a healthy discussion to
Yeah. Well, you know, gentlemen, I had some other questions to get to. We're running out of time here really quick. But, you know, when the other thing, going back to the phone thing, though, is now people are capturing. I want to touch on this. They're capturing moments where when you have a professional photographer, they know when to take a shot.
Yeah.
You have somebody online and they're doing their phone and they're recording, and they might get a shot where the DJ might do something like this.
Mhm. Mhm.
But the way the angle comes in, it might look like they're picking their nose.
Yeah.
And they were picking their nose on stage. And it's like, wait a second, I wasn't doing that. They just caught me at a funny, weird angle, you know, and that gets out there on social media, gets a hashtag on it and becomes viral.
Yeah.
And it's like DJ picks nose on stage, you know, you know, those kind of things too. I mean, you're not going to maybe prevent that at a big festival, but more intimate nightclubs where you want that vibe, that touch. I mean, there was a club here in Seattle that I used to go to all the time called Sea Sound Lounge, and it was a very intimate, big artist, but I think the main room 150, maybe even less than that, 150, maybe 175 on a pack night. But you were right there next to the DJ. I mean, everyone was you were 10 feet away, you know, at any point. And it was just a very intimate, awesome vibe. And people even then weren't pulling out their phones. I mean, this is 2009, 2010, 11. The iPhone, it was just kind of, the iPhone came out in 2007. So, you know, it really wasn't a big thing. Not everyone had switched over and had 80% of the market had iPhones, you know, or whatever that is out there. You know, it wasn't a thing to still film, but as it progressed, people were like, I'm going to capture this, I'm going to share it. And I always say, we have a joke here in the States. Nobody's going to watch your 4th of July fireworks that you record and put online. Now, if it's the drone shows, they might watch the drone shows. Okay, I get it. But eventually it's going to be, okay, you've seen one drone show, you've seen them all.
Yeah.
You know, or maybe, okay, yeah, you're watching the fireworks from Tomorrowland or EDC. Okay, we get it. That's cool. That's a moment. Like, holy crap, I can't believe they did that. But is somebody going to really, even DJ sets nowadays with so many people doing them, nobody goes like this. Wow, I just watched that set. Even Norn and Pure, I watched Norn and Pure set. Love it. The stuff Circle does, love it. That I'm like watching, but there's only, even if they put 12 camera angles up, okay, there's camera 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that was cool. Okay, but do I go back and watch it, or now that I watched it once, am I just going to put it on and go do my laundry? So nobody sits there now. But the nice thing is that I love is that the interactivity of the chat room, that people are over there, and that's what people are tuning in for, to have that fan base, that fan communication. I was, funny enough, just went back in time with somebody I brought on the show recently. We're syndicating the shows, and was showing them my old website from 2001 of my first broadcast show that I put on TV and the broadcast television here in Seattle. And one of the things that I had in my website was a chat room. So when our show was live on the air, we could be chatting with people at home on their computers and talking with them like, this is the producer of the show, and we're live in the chat room right now. A concept, never flew, never took off because we only put 6 episodes on the air, but I wanted it there. So a lot of the features you see at our website on the djsessions.com, they're there because they're features that I want to show that we're in that direction, or version 1.0 of being there, that can be future developed. And it's always a morphing process, ongoing process, pretty awesome stuff. Speaking though of things morphing and changing, do you two become different when you get on a stage? Are you different off stage? Is there any personality, persona type that you kind of put the stage mask on and then the stage mask is off? I'm at home. I'm just,
I don't think so.
Either. I think we get more excited, like a party vibe, like jumping and enjoying the moment. But we are very like two funny guys on the stage, and on the backstage we are the same guys. Like, we do like treat people really well. We are like just funny guys. We want to hang out with people. Very humble guys. That's it. We're just two little boys from the hood in Brazil. That's it.
Yeah, but there's a sensation on the DJ booth that it's freedom. We feel free on the DJ booth, so on the stage. So I think this is the best sensation in the world. Mostly when we are playing our songs and people are dancing. So this is amazing.
I was talking with somebody a few months back on the show, and they talked about the health and well-being of a performing artist. And you could be in that club, do a 2-hour set. Say you go on from midnight to 2 a.m. I don't know how late night. But 2 hours later, you could be sitting in an airport by yourself on a flight going out. And that dopamine effect of going, can get like almost a burnout can happen, because you're like, now I'm just here. I was just sitting around 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 people having the time of my life. And now I'm in an airport because I got to hit the next city. So I'm in a car, got to go, but that rush, it can be very jaunting. Do you have ways that you two take to kind of deal with the ups and downs of stage performance and back end, stage performance and back end?
Well, one thing we I think we kind of chose that. We chose to be a duo. We chose to share good and bad moments. So when we are like, I don't know, 5,000 kilometers from here, and everything is just like fucked up and so weird, that we do have each other, so let's that's it. For me, it's like being a duo helps a lot. The good and the bad moments.
Yeah, we share everything, so it makes it easier.
I guess if you do have, I totally can relate. Last year I went to Berlin by myself. I had never been there before. And the few years prior to that, with my buddy, I have my travel buddy, my friend that I love traveling with. She's awesome. And being in Berlin without her, it was kind of like, what do I do now? I found stuff to do. I was in Berlin, crying out loud. But I mean, it was just, having somebody to travel. I guess I didn't think about that as being a duo. You got somebody to bounce stuff off of, talk with, let's go eat, chat, But for traveling artists, solo artists, if they don't have a road manager or a photographer or somebody, their girlfriend or significant wife with them,
It's kind of a lonely
husband,
right?
it's kind of like, whoa, how do you deal with all that?
It's a lonely
Lonely
road.
exactly. And if
I
you're
think
playing
that
back-to-back
after
cities,
the party, I think it's a very lonely road for the artist.
yeah.
For the
And
DJ,
you also got to be
solo DJ.
careful of that you're going to be invited to the after party. Somebody's going to say, hey, let's come on back over to my hotel room, or hey, let's go out here and I got this house party to go to. And you're like, I got a flight in 6 hours. I got to get some sleep, I'm sure that happens a lot with artists all the time. What's the worst thing that's ever happened to you two on stage?
Stage.
Anything comes to mind?
That time in Rio. That time in
I
Rio.
think, man, like like equipment problems. I
Gear
think
problems.
it's the worst, man. I think we
the subwoofer was
under
below
the it was
table.
under the table, yeah.
Under the table, and it was vibrating, and the mixer was jumping. And
Man.
when Riko was mixing, I needed to
One had to mix, and the
to
other
push.
one had to hold the equipment. Man, there was
This
god!
one was tough. Yeah.
I was at an event once, and the sound system they set up the way they set up. They put the subs, they put the speakers underneath the DJ booth, and the DJs were complaining all night long because they're like, "How do I beat Matt? I'm not. This is throwing me off, like completely throwing me off." And I was like, "Well, I never thought that would be a thing." But apparently it is. But you're having your move around.
The mixer started walking like this on the table and going. I say, go
Because
go
of
back,
the vibration.
mixer, where you belong. Man, nightmare for DJs. I think the equipment, when it's bad, it's a nightmare for the DJ.
Yeah.
Because we can play for like, I don't know. Oh, it's empty. There are only 10 people. We don't mind that. Come on over, guys. Let's back up here in front of us and let's party. But when the gear like start having problems, man, it's a nightmare for us.
I hear that. Yeah. I have the I used to work with a friend of mine, Sergi, and when we were doing shows, if I said a certain word out really loud, it was like he'd think the end of the world was coming because like a piece of gear would mess up or something. I'd be like, shit. And he'd just free drop, like, what's going on? What's happened? I go, I forgot a cable. Like something small, but like, I knew I packed it. It's here somewhere. And, it doesn't happen that often very much anymore.
But you play like for 1 hour, but when this happens, it feels just like a 10-hour set,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It feels like forever.
It's been only 15 minutes. That can't be possible. I'm here like for 2 days. I've been here already.
It's totally how that goes. When you two are not entertaining others, what do you two find in your off time? What do both of you enjoy doing?
I enjoy fishing. I'm a fishing guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much.
What about you, Gugga?
As I said, man, I'm a little too obsessive with production, so I spend most of my time producing. But when I'm not producing, I spend time with my girlfriend and my dog. But that's it. My life is not so interesting.
No,
it's mostly behind the computer.
I have to personally manage my time to know. I mean, this morning I was up now I'm getting up at 6. It used to be 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock to 5. Now it's 6:30 a.m. because I'm working with a lot more European counterparts, and I got to be up before they get out of the office. Otherwise, it's a whole nother 24 hours before I get a reply, and I got stuff to do. And so, at 6:30, 7 o'clock, I'm on the grind, and that goes till 5 p.m. And that's not including if I have to go out and do meetings and other events and other stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you just got to manage that time, and but I find this fun. I find what I do fun and compelling. It's that one thing where you find say, find something you love doing, find a way to make money at it. You'll be happy. So that's awesome. As long as you have a good work-life balance in that, I think it's all good. Is there anything else you'd like to let our DJ Sessions fans know before we let you go?
Well, guys, We just released Motherlovers on XA Audio, and it's almost on the top on Beatport. Please, guys, come on, buy a copy. Ask
Buy a
your
copy.
family, your grandmother, your daughter, your friends from high school. Just buy a little copy. It won't hurt, I promise. And let's help the Brazilian guys reach the top. Let's go. That's it.
Reach
Yeah.
the top. And just for those that know, to be expected, that is it has explicit lyrics in the track, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
But
it has.
it's not that bad. You can
It's a little
You
muffled.
You got- you-
you might have
can
some
handle
kids watching the show and they go, Mom, I want to go buy Mother Lover. Mom's like, okay, here's
Yeah.
99 cents. Go buy it.
Oh
And
my
next thing you
God.
know, it's like,
We don't
where'd you
want
hear that at? I heard about it on the DJ sessions, and I get angry PTA emails coming in.
We,
You told
we
my
will be
kid to go buy.
we will be canceled on the internet if like 5-year-old kid like asking, Mom, I want Motherlovers by Riko and Gugga. Oh my God, it's the new Baby Shark.
Exactly. And where did you hear about it? I heard about it on the DJ sessions.
Yeah.
When I click that button, I have to click on YouTube, not made for kids.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you both for coming on the show. Where's the best place people can go to
Thank you,
find out
man.
more information about the both of you?
Wow, Riko
Instagram
and Gugga-
majorly, right?
Riko and Gugga, like on Instagram, on SoundCloud. Yeah, you have it here.
On
Yeah,
Spotify.
on Spotify. We are Riko and Gugga everywhere on SoundCloud, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You can find everything over there. And if you want anything, just I don't know,
Send a message.
Yeah,
We can talk
let's
it to
talk
us.
about it, guys. We are very open. We appreciate it.
Awesome. Riko and Gugga. RIKOANDGUGGA. Riko and Gugga on Instagram. Again, gentlemen, thank you so much for being here with us today. It's a pleasure.
Thank you,
We're
man.
definitely going to stay in contact with you as we
Yes,
always do with every
please.
guest that comes on the show.
Thank you so much, Darren.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure having you two on the show today.
It was a
I
pleasure,
definitely
man.
want to
Thank you.
hear some of those more mixes, some more of those tracks coming out here up in the near future. I know you're going to be pushing out a bunch, so keep them coming.
Yes, thank you so
Okay, man.
much. Bye
Thank
bye,
you.
everyone. Thank you.
Thank you for the
Thank you so
facility.
much.
Bye-bye.
On that note, don't forget to go to our website, thedjsessions.com. I've never done this in a three-way before, but remember, you got to watch that video. I told you, I'm not going to say the video on the show, but watch thedjsessions.com. Yeah, click on the QR code, go to our site. We have over 700 news stories, 2,700 plus past episodes. All our social media links are there. We have our new music section coming out. We have a VR nightclub where this interview is actually taking place in right now. We have a mobile app version 2 coming out soon and more at thedjsessions.com. That's where we're at. I'm your host, Darren, coming to you from the virtual studios in Seattle, Washington. That's Riko and Gugga.
And
Coming in from
Gugga,
São
come
Paulo,
on, hit me,
Brazil.
hit me here. Come on, high five, guy. High
Coming
five,
in
high
for the
five,
DJ
high five.
session. And remember, on the DJ sessions, the music never stops.